everyone and welcome back to another video. Today we're going through some Q&A questions for my 60 sub special. About the 60 subs, yeah. You guys are amazing. Like, I've honestly not seen a YouTube channel grow this quickly. I looked on it a couple days ago and it was 60 subscribers. The next day it went up 20 subscribers. And then the day after that, 100 subscribers. And I'm just so happy that all of you guys have been supporting me. And I'm just actually dumbfounded because I knew that that animation would be a hit, but not this much. And I'm so happy that so many people loved it. These Q&A questions are for a 60 sub special, though there's gonna be a part 2 of this for a 100 sub special, which will be coming soon, but I wanted to keep to my word for this Q&A. So without further ado, let's get into it. Our first question today is, how did you come up with your OC ideas? Commented by It's Just Austin. Well, whenever it comes to my OCs, I really like to combine a bunch of different traits. What I do is I use a generator or that wheel of names shit, and I'll put different animals, types of people, OCs come out of that. For example, Ava was sort of a representation of pride and sort of a character I designed her off of a wolf. Whenever it comes to Water Strider, she goes way back. I don't want to go too long into the story, but I really designed her to be a representation of me on the internet. Another one of my OCs is called Crest and is based off of one of my friends. I designed him to be more of a shady sort of style. He's based off of a dragon, but not really. I honestly don't know. I based him sort of off of a doll with the stitches and the X. It's all representing how he's tied down to things and unable to let go. So in all short, I really just come up with random things and shove them together to make an OC. Whenever I come up with an actual character's design, I'll just keep drawing it over and over and over again until I find a design that I really like. Well, next question. What got you into Rings of Fire and when? This was commented by Kaskadek. So, I think it goes back from a couple of years ago. So, I have this friend group of friends, and we would chat about Wings of Fire and series and stuff. We are super into it. Eventually, one of my friends got me to read it. At first, it was really boring in the first couple books, but then I really got into it. I really liked the design and the style of the series. Whenever I came up with Water Strider, I didn't actually read the third arc yet, so I picked a Sea Wing, and then a tribe that I didn't actually meet, which was the Hive Wings. It's a long story and I don't really remember it all, but at one point I was just in love with it and start drawing dragons as a hobby over and over again. It was so fun. But yeah, that's how I got into the Wings of Fire fandom. Right, next question. Cascade also asked, what are your hobbies outside of drawing and animating? Well, it's mainly just the art stuff. I tend to do a lot of fursuiting and crochet. In the summer and spring seasons, I do some spray paint art outside. Some more hobbies include reading and stuff, but outside of all of that, I just doom scroll on my phone. Right, next question. Another question from Cascade. What fandoms am I in? At the moment, I'm in the Wings of Fire fandom, Furry fandom, Has-Been Hotel fandom, Warriors fandom, and Hell of a Boss fandom. My YouTube channel is mainly focused on the Furry fandom, Wings of Fire fandom, and Warriors fandom, less on the Warriors fandom nowadays. Though I've leaned more into the Has-Been Hotel and Hell of a Boss fandoms just because I really like that type of humor. I really like them all, and it's hard for me to pick a favorite, but yeah. Next question. What is my favorite character / book in Wings of Fire? So if I'm picking a book, it has to be Darkness of Dragons, the 10th one. I just love the ability that includes throughout the entire book, and it's so much longer than the other books, and I just love that it just keeps going on and on. It also is a really good summary of the second arc. For my favorite character, that's really hard. I really love all of them. If I had to pick a favorite though, it would either be Ghibli, Moon, or Sundew. Next question. Who are my inspirations? Also by Cascade. I really tend to look up to this YouTuber called Cypress, as most of you guys know, since she's basically the one who started the whole thing. She does a lot of drawing, and I like to see her art style. You can actually see that my art style is quite similar to hers. This is because whenever I first started to learn how to draw dragons, I literally traced her stuff and continually added my own things. Eventually, I adapted my own art style, and throughout the time that I've been on YouTube, you can see that it's changed even just slightly. From the little tiny paws, changing to the more, wide paws? It's hard to explain. My style is more chibi than hers, and I tend not to do much realistic. Then again, I also like how I always found my art styles. You always have to start somewhere, and then adapt your own thing. That's why I sort of suggest tracing to start out, but make sure you actually, tell who you're tracing, or else it's technically not okay. Another one is Dragon Sheep. I really like her stuff. She's so funny and I like to watch her videos all the time. It's just another person that I really look up to, and I think she's a pretty good person. I don't really look up to her in her art style, but more in her sense of humor, since I have a very similar sense of humor to her. That's pretty much my only inspirations that I can think of. Of course, there are tons of other YouTubers that I look up to, but also, that will take an entire hour to explain. I love this fandom and how many creators are in it, and I have this little bubble that I like to stay in. Still, I really look up to all of you guys. Next question, another one from Cascade. Have you ever been to a furry con? I haven't yet, but this summer I'm thinking on going on one. Honestly, I don't know if it's happening again this year because the person or people who are making it have not been able to get enough funds this year. Of course, I can't share my exact location, but it is an Anthrocon. So, no, I haven't been to one yet, but I really would like to go. So far with my fursuit, I had the head, wings, and I've recently made some little paws that I will eventually show you guys. I'll go ahead and make a video about it soon. But now that I've built a whole partial, I think I'd do pretty good at a con. Make way for dragon/wolf sushi. Right, I think that's all the people who gave questions. If you have any thoughts, please put them in the comments. I love that you all are supporting me, and I love how much you have grown. People who gave these questions include Austin, Shelly Nobles, and Cascade the Sea Wing. I love you all, and have a good day.